morning, students. Before continuation of this topic, in general, the ground level water coming to the earth are something tanks with the help of motors, and also one place, one area to another area, the water can be transported with the help of motors or pumps within the pipes. So, in this way, in our body, so the blood can be flowing within the blood vessels. So in that blood vessels, the pressure can be occurred with the help of heart. So in our body, the heart also similarly compared to the pump. So that's why the human heart is called as variable pump. So let us see, today we are learning about the structure of human heart. Right? So in this structure of human heart, the main human heart consists of mainly 4 chambers of heart. So 2 chambers located in the upper region, so that is called as atria, and 2 chambers of ventricles located in the below the atrium. So 4 chambers of heart in humans and mammals. So these human heart and also the blood can be flowing within the blood vessels, so that's why called as closed type circulatory system. So these variable pump or the heart is can be working with the help of myogenes, so that's why called as myogenic heart. So in this pulsating of the, so why, because the heart is continuously working, so that's why called as pulsating heart. So right. So we are discussing with that structure of heart. So in this structure, so mainly first one is the where is the heart is located. So in our body, the mainly in thorax region, the heart is located in the cavity. So that is called as mediastinum. So in that mediastinum, so the upper region of the heart is slightly curved into left side. Clear? So right, so each and every heart can be mainly divided into 4 chambers of heart, and also the heart is covered with the 2 layers. So that is called as, one is the upper layer is called as fibrous pericardium, and the second one, inner layer, is called as serous pericardium. So 2 layers protected the heart, and also these serous pericardium again divided into 2 layers. So in this way, the outer side is the pericardium is called as parietal pericardium, and the inner layer is called as visceral pericardium. Okay, in this between the pericardium as well as visceral cardium, some of the fluids can be present. So these fluids is called as cardiac fluids. So whenever the human being or something organism can be damaged or something else, so in this time the fluids can be protected to the heart. Clearly? Right. So next one is in the external structure of the heart. So in external structure of heart, the mainly 2 atrium can be divided. One is the right atria, and left side is called as left atria. So in above 2 chambers of heart, the atria is present, right atria into the humans and the left atria. So in the bottom level, right ventricle and left side is called as left ventricle. So 4 chambers of heart consisting. So here in that, so first of all we are continuation with the atrium. So one is the atrium. Where is the atrium can be located? So above the heart, and the heart is can be divided into mainly 2 chambers of heart. So in these 2 chambers, mainly the 2 auricles can separated with the help of auricle septum. So this is called as auricle septum. In this auricle septum, so in that embryonic development, one hole is present. So this is called as foramen ovale. So whenever the human being after the birth, so the birth after the lungs can be working. So in this way, the foramen ovale convert into and closed at the foramen ovale, and that is called as fossa ovalis. If in case these foramen ovale not convert into fossa ovalis, so that is the called as patent foramen ovale. Okay, so this is the most important for the MSET and the NEET bits. So in this way, the foramen ovale not converting into fossa ovalis, so that is called as patent foramen ovale. Right now, next one. So now we are seeing in the right atria. So in this right atria, mainly 3 veins can be located in that area, and the waste blood collecting into in our body, and this waste blood collecting and entering into right atrium. So one is called as superior vena, superior vein, and the bottom of is called as inferior vein, or inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. So in this superior vena cava and the bottom vein is called as inferior vena cava. 2 veins entering into right atrium, and also the coronary aorta or coronary sinus can be also entering into right atrium. So mainly 3 veins can be entering into right atrium. One is the superior vein, and the second one is the inferior vena cava, and the third one is the coronary sinus. So in this way, the coronary sinus, in the where the place can be generated, so one wall is present, Nana. So this is called as sebaceous wall. Sebaceous wall present in the where is the coronary sinus can be open in that area, right artery. So in this area, the one wall is present, so that is called as sebaceous wall. So this is the most important for MSET and NEET bits. And the second wall can be generated opening in that area. So that is the inferior vein. So inferior, where is that inferior opening in that right atrium? So in this area, one valve is present, Nana. So this valve is called as Eustachian valve. So this is also most important for the MSET and NEET bits. So wherever the superior vein can be generated or opening into right atrium, in this area, so there is no valves can be present. So absent of the valves. So first of all, coronary sinus entering into that area, right atrium. So in this area, the sebaceous valve is present, and the inferior vena cava is opening into right atrium. So in this area, one Eustachian valve is present, and the superior vena entering into right atrium. So in this area, so there is absent of the valves, right? And next one, we are coming into left atrium. So in left atrium, so fresh blood can be directly entering into with the help of pulmonary veins. So generally, Nana, we are the veins carrying of waste blood except the pulmonary veins. So in this way, left side of the atrium, directly the pulmonary. So this is the 2 pairs of pulmonary veins. So how much, Nana? 2 pairs of pulmonary veins can be present. So one pair is located in that left area, and one pair is located in that right area. Right pulmonary and left pulmonary. So these carrying of oxygenated blood from the lungs and entering into fresh blood. So this is called as present of the oxygen. So that is called as oxygenated blood. So in this right area, so the waste blood directly entering into right atrium. So absent of the oxygen. So that way called as deoxygenated blood. Absent of the oxygen. So this is the waste blood and this is the flesh blood. So directly in right atrium, waste blood can be entering into right atrium and fresh blood entering into left atrium. So right, next one. So the junction between the atrium and the ventricle. So this is can be separated with the mainly atrioventricular septum. So this is the mainly one of the region can be directly dividing of the atrium as well as ventricles. So in this way, right side of the atrium, the right atria and coming into right ventricles. So in this area, three valves, three capsids can be present. So this is called as tricapsid in the right area. So wherever the left atria can be directly entering into left ventricles. So in this area, so two valves can be present. So this is called as bicapsid. So this is also called as mitral valve. So this is most important for the MSET and the NEET bits. Clear, Nana? So right side three valves can be presented. So that is called as tricapsid. And left side junction between the left atrium and the left ventricle. So two capsid can be present. So this is called as bicapsid or mitral valve. So whenever the heart can be functioning, so these waste blood directly entering into right ventricle and the fresh blood directly entering into left ventricle. Clear, Nana? Now we are seeing that the ventricles. So ventricles walls is very thick in structure compared to the arterioles. So these walls very thick in structure. So why? Because Nana, so in this walls the three types of the layers can be presented. One is the epicardium. So both in Nana, atrium and ventricle. So epicardium is present and myocardium is present and endocardium. 1, 2, 3. So three layers can be presented in that heart chambers. So within the heart chambers of three layers, within the myocardium consists of the cardiac muscles. So we are already studied in that first year. So types of muscles, we have three types of muscles we have learned. One is the striated muscle and the second one is the smooth muscle and third one is the cardiac muscle. So especially the cardiac muscles located in that area of the heart layers. So in the especially myogenic heart. So that's why I call it myogenic heart. Right now. So these ventricles walls is very thick in structure compared to the arterioles, and whenever the blood can be entering into this area, so now the tricapsid and the bicapsid both are can be closed. So in this way, so the bottom region can be some fluctuation can be present. This is called as columnae carneae. So these columnae carneae elongated in structure and the cone-like structure can be formation. So this is these muscles called as papillary muscles. So these papillary muscles connecting to the bicapsid as well as tricapsid within the bottom level of the ventricle. So these papillary walls and the together of the completely columnar carneae and completely contraction of the ventricle contraction whenever the heart is working in that area. Right, Nana? So right. So next one is we are studying about in this area the right pulmonary arch. In that, where is the pulmonary arch can be located? So in this area, three half moon valves is present in this area. So and where is the aortic arch present in this area? Same. Similarly, three half moon valves is present. Clear, Nana? Next one, we are going to study about the nodal tissues. Right, Nana? Next, we are studying about the nodal tissues. We have mainly focused on the two types of the nodal tissue can be present. One is the sinoatrial node, or this is also called as SAN, and the second one is the atrioventricular node. So this is also called as AVN node. So first one is the sinoatrial node. Where is the sinoatrial node present, Nana? So above the right of the atrium. So where is that the superior vena cava can be entering in that area. So one of the node can be present. So this is called as sinoatrial node. And this sinoatrial node is also called as pacemaker. So in our heart, the working site and the generating of the heart structure is the formation from the pacemaker. So this is called as pacemaker. Right, Nana? So this is most important for the insect and knee beat. And the second one is the atrioventricular node or AVN node. So in the left side, bottom side of the right atrium, so where is the coronary sinus can be entering in that area. So in this entering in that area, one of the node can be present. This is called as atrioventricular node. So two types of the nodes can be present. So whenever the heartbeat, so heartbeat starting from the pacemaker. So this is most important for the insect and knee beats, Nana. So these can be generating of the heartbeat, and the heartbeat can be collecting into next part. This is called as atrioventricular node. So in this atrioventricular node, completely next together and collecting to the ventricular nodes. Here, Nana? And next one, the important mainly two types of arcs can be present, Nana. One, arches. So mainly two types of arches can be present. One is the pulmonary arch, and the second one is the aorta arch. So one is the pulmonary arch. So where is the pulmonary arch and where is the aorta arch is present? Now we can see the pulmonary arch mainly located in that and starting side from the right ventricle. So these right ventricle, what is in that right ventricle? Deoxygenated blood coming into with the help of uric acid, and whenever entering into right ventricle, the waste blood directly entering into with the help of pulmonary arch. So these pulmonary arch dividing into two, left pulmonary arch and right pulmonary arch. So completely together the waste blood can be transported to the lungs. So within the lungs, the waste blood can be releasing of the carbon dioxide and collecting of the oxygen. So that may be converting into flesh. Right, Nana? And second one is the aorta arch or systemic arch. So this is also called as systemic arch. So this is the very large structure. So these systemic arch generated from the left ventricle. So what is the left ventricle present, Nana? The oxygenated blood, the fresh blood can be entering from the left atrium to left ventricles, and these fresh blood directly entering into systemic arch, and these systemic arch completely transported fresh blood to each and every cell in our body. Right, Nana? And this is the most important for the insect and bits. Pulmonary arch directly reach to waste blood to lungs, and the aorta arch is the or systemic arch. The fresh blood can be transported to each and every cell in a humans. Right, mana? And next final one is the where is that ligament arteriosum. So this is the most important for the MCET and NEET bits. So the connecting link between the systemic arch and the pulmonary arch. So see once nana, systemic arch and pulmonary arch. So the junction between the ligament present between the systemic arch and the pulmonary arch is called as ligament arteriosum. So these ligament arteriosum, whenever in embryonic development, so that is the similar to the vestigial organ, so that is called as ductus arteriosus. So this is most important for the MCET and NEET bits, nana. So the ligament arteriosum is the whenever in embryonic development, so that is the similar to the vestigial organ, so that is called as ductus arteriosus. So right now, so this is the ending of the human heart structure, and next class we will learn how can the heart is working. Okay, thank you.